For the bottom-feeding brain trust that brought you Assassin's Creed 2 Shadow of Mordor, and the slack-jawed suck-ass syndicate that gave you a procession of glorified tech demo Just Cause 1 and 2, comes a game so devoted to its post-apocalyptic premise, even its sales figures went thermonuclear. Stand aghast as out-of-work underwear model Bren Foster slides into the leather gimp regalia of Mad Max and employs an Australian accent that makes Crocodile Dundee look like a fucking documentary. Marvel as WB Interactive vies for the coveted crown of most venal, mendacious hack factory publishing house only recently abdicated by Electronic Arts. Mad Max, because someone had to make Tom Hardy seem watchable, coming to a 5 for $1 bin near you. Quick editor's note, Rageaholics, I wrote that intro in 2015 just days after launch. Neener fucking neener, bitch. I was right once again. I'll say this in defense of Mad Max, however. After weathering the fecal flurry of Fallout 4, as post-nuclear sandbox titles go, for all its flaws, I think I prefer Mad Max. Fuck, after the removal of half the Fallout feature set, dare I say Mad Max may actually be a bit more of an RPG at this point? Character progression, factions, unlockable skills that mine you max upgrades through the sale or consumption of scrap metal. Well, that seems like an equitable little exchange. Hey, Master Splinter, I got a rusty dildo and a ball of fishing twine. Show me the 5-finger death punch. Sure, Slick, try trading that at your local dojo. See if you get anything in return but a fist through the sternum. But could it even be considered a modern 15th-assed attempt at an open-world RPG without banal as fuck base building? If one title in all of galling gamerdom needed to be exempted from the build your Barbie dreamhouse trope, would it not be the one about a post-apocalyptic wayfaring badass? It's called The Road Warrior, not the put down roots and start a family warrior. He tried that already. Planned Parenthood's still scraping the brain matter and baby chunks off the asphalt. Waste not, want not. Point being, this grizzled Gibsonian asshole doesn't stop rolling long enough to build a sandcastle, let alone a murder fortress, and all of said upgrades purchased once again with fucking scrap. What is this shit, showered in gold dust or something? It's jagged, rusty metal. For fuck's sake, you got fossil fuel canisters materializing from thin air in this game. Fuck the eternal pursuit of frontier justice. Max should be a Saudi oil baron by now. And what's the exchange rate on scrap anyway? I figure my PS4 is worth a solid G. But what would an exploitative adaptation of a beloved Hollywood franchise be without rolling hills of lore-raping over-explainery? Hey gang, did you ever wonder if leading up to the first 4 films, after a series of nationalistic wars culminated in the exchange of thermonuclear ordnance, the planet was plunged into an impromptu ice age where various city-states vainly attempted to rebuild, leading to a great thaw, leading to the evaporation of any and all water on planet Earth? Of course you fucking didn't, because unlike Warner Brothers, you aren't hell-bent on taking a railgun to what's left of the Mad Max mystique. For fuck's sake, one of the ancient artifacts I stumbled across in the game was a weather-beaten 8x10 photograph of a motorcycle with the oblivious byline of, "What the hell is this? What the hell it was in the first fucking movie! You didn't watch the first fucking movie? Not only do they have motorcycles in Mad Max, all but one of the antagonists was riding the goddamn things, and while we're at it, where are my fucking motorcycles? Actually, don't answer that. The way this game's structured, we both know if they did goddamn exist in the game, I'd first have to lower the threat level in 17 separate municipalities to unlock a crucial part to make the fucking thing. This ain't even a PS4 disc, folks. It's a fucking grindstone with loading times. Everything from banging out mission-critical upgrades to progressing in the fucking story mode requires the kind of interminable, half-hearted grind most men aren't familiar with this side of a lesbian lap dance. For Christ's sake, I had to grind to level 3 just for the privilege of looking anything at all like Mad fucking Max. And if I want his actual car and film correct clothing, well, guess the fuck what? Better beat the game to oblivion first. That way, there's nothing at all left to do when I actually fucking get it. But while I may eventually look like him, not in the most depraved concentric circle of shitty acting inferno will he ever fucking sound like him. I don't know if the voice actor was aiming for Tom Hardy or Mel Gibson, but he sure as shit landed on Australian Troy Baker.
A proposition then. I'll weaken their grip on these lands. You give us the use of your garage and tools.
These California people are nice and friendly and polite until they get in their cars.
least the cars handle like a greased up William Howard Taft doing front flips in a fucking bathtub. Let's see, piss poor performances, plot that goes nowhere, subpar controls, indiscriminate lore, fucking grind happy goat fuck to progress to the next repetitive side up. Now where have I heard this before?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Kojima! Like, did I miss a mayoral ribbon cutting? When was September 2015 formally declared ass-rammingly repetitive game design month? I mean, the combat can be most concisely described as Batmax Arkham Arrhythmia, a jimmy-rig button-mashing bicathlon where the only thing Simon ever says is tap X to win. Take the freewheeling Arkham-esque ninja duels of TMNT out of the shadows, copy-paste the clunkiness in triplicate, and send the challenge, variety, and anything at all that might be readily confused with fun off to the Zyklon Sweat Lodge. Sound fun? Bitchin'. Now break it in half. Welcome to Mad Max, motherfucker. And am I the only one stymied by the discipline on display for the baddies in Mad Max? Patrol routes, uniforms, flags, gang credentials? Are you bikers or fucking brownies? What are you checking, my fucking merit badges? And how does the identification system work exactly from 4 light years removed when there ain't a bullshit bespeckled windshield in the wasteland that ain't caked in a bewitching bouillabaisse of terra firma and feculence? Well, sure, Chotus Maximus, he's driving one of our doom buggies, but from up here in the Hubble telescope, he appears to lack the requisite carburetor cockpiercing. Mickey Mouse Club membership revoked. Fuck the wasteland. Get these eagle-eyed asshats to the Syrian border. They'll separate the suicide bombers from the Slurpee vendors before you can say diaspora. Mad Max, what the fuck am I gonna do with you? I like you and I hate you, and I like to hate you, and I hate to like you. The fleeting mastery of atmosphere and ephemeral flashes of fun make the game's grade school mechanical design flaws all the more tragic. The license is boss, the studio is boss, the game is occasionally fucking boss, but to coin a cliche, the whole is considerably less than the sum of its parts. Instead of the chromium-plated potboiler the franchise deserved, Mad Max is instead an open-world maudlin meanderfest, utterly devoid of the plot-driven panache of Batman, the world-class combat of Shadow of Mordor, or even the full-throttle fuck-yeah factor present in its very own movie license, engineered for exploitation. Shame on you, WB Interactive. Shame the fuck on you. If this is the Leaning Tower of Tripe the President of Australia recently claimed is the linchpin of their national identity, with respect to my Rageaholics down under, would it be too terse to say I prefer it as a prison colony? I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed.
Call me the Night Rider, free spirit I represent. Black letter pierce